This is the WJTS News. In tonight's news, Bar Reeve Superintendent honored as Superintendent of the Year, District 7. Whining Witches of DuBois County cast a spell on cancer throughout October. And the third annual DuBois County Creek Sweep is coming up. Tonight on our Monday with the Mayor segment, we hear from Jasper Mayor Terry Seitz. In sports, Kurt Guxell reviews football sectional action from this past weekend. And tonight, WJTS continues the Meet the Candidate in Form as we talk with Becky Beckman, running for DuBois County Council. All this and more on tonight's WJTS News. Good evening, I'm Bill Potter with the WJTS News. A Huntingburg man who was wanted for failing to return to lawful detention was placed under arrest with an additional drug-related charge after he was discovered Sunday evening in the parking lot of Ferdinand Restaurant. Around 10:30 last night, an officer with the Ferdinand Police Department noticed that 22-year-old Elijah Sager of Huntingburg was in a parked van in front of a Subway restaurant. Police say Sager had an outstanding warrant for failure to return to lawful detention. While taking Sager into custody, police also found him in possession of marijuana. Assisting deputies with the DuBois County Sheriff's Department, and they took Sager to the DuBois County Security Center in Jasper, where he was booked for failure to return to lawful detention and possession of marijuana. A Shoals man was arrested on an Orange County warrant following a quarter-mile foot chase. Authorities say 41-year-old Michael Allen Slutter fled on foot shortly after Martin County Sheriff Travis Roush arrived at Slutter's home. Slutter ran into a wooded area with Roush right behind. He was apprehended while trying to cross a stream. Slutter was taken into custody on the Orange County warrant, as well as new charges of possession of methamphetamine and resisting law enforcement. Authorities say also on the property was 34-year-old Holly Slutter of Shoals, who was also wanted on an outstanding Orange County felony warrant. Michael Slutter was taken to the Orange County Jail, while Holly Slutter was taken to the Martin County Jail. Indiana's unemployment rate stood at 3.5% for September and remained lower than the national average of 3.7%, with the exception of 1 month when it was equal. That's October of 2014. Indiana's unemployment rate has been below the U.S. rate for nearly 5 years. The monthly unemployment rate is a U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics indicator that reflects the number of unemployed people seeking employment within the prior 4 weeks as a percentage of the labor force. Indiana's labor force had a net increase of 4,564 over the previous month. This was a result of a decrease of 337 in unemployed residents and an increase of 4,901 employed residents. Indiana's total labor force, which includes both Hoosiers employed and those seeking employment, stands at 3.39 million, and the state's 65.1% labor force participation rate remains above the national average of 62.7%. In addition, the number of Indiana's ongoing regular unemployment insurance claims is the lowest since 1976, when claims were first reported. We'll have a local county-by-county unemployment numbers on Tuesday. Kimball Office, a subsidiary of Jasper-based Kimball International Incorporated, recently announced that it has signed a definitive agreement to acquire substantially all of the assets of David Edward, headquartered in Baltimore, Maryland. The closing is expected to be completed within the next 30 days, subject to customary closing conditions. David Edward is a premier designer and manufacturer of contract furniture sold in the healthcare, corporate, education, and premium hospitality markets. David Edward sells primarily in the North American and Middle Eastern markets. The David Edward product portfolio consists of classic and contemporary designs focused primarily in the seating, tables, and ancillary furniture categories. In conjunction with the asset acquisition, Kimball will lease the 2 existing David Edward production facilities in Baltimore and Red Lion, Pennsylvania. totaling 235,000 square feet. Kimball office president Mike Wagner says they were inspired by David Edwards' employees' commitment to quality and their incredible tailoring skills, which integrates the most technical and architectural aspects of furniture design. Wagner says the company will further invest in David Edward and build their brand by broadening their ancillary furniture portfolio with the goal of making David Edward the premier source of upholstery products for architects and designers. Kimball International Chairman and CEO Bob Snyder says David Edward and Kimball International share a culture of caring for employees, customers, and communities, which provides a solid foundation for building long-term success together. Snyder added that they look forward to welcoming all David Edward employees to the Kimball International family. Well, the whining witches of DuBois County are putting a spell on cancer. The group of witches, or ladies if you prefer, have been seen flying into local businesses, restaurants, and events and casting a spell through dance in the fight against cancer. The fun-loving, whining witches of DuBois County are collecting donations for the Longy-Foos Cancer Center and may haunt a location near you sometime in October, National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The Greater Jasper Consolidated School Corporation will host an Alice Training Institute Active Shooter Response Training course for law enforcement agencies, school officials, and area business leaders in the summer of 2019 at Jasper High School. Students in the course will learn to increase survivability in a violent intruder situation, learn proactive response options, experience interactive scenarios, learn more about e-learning availability, and leave with metrics, successes, and a good understanding of proactive response options. The course is $595 per person. Those interested in attending should visit www.alicetraining.com. DuBois County residents are asked to volunteer just 3 hours at the 3rd annual DuBois County Creek Sweep. Bring your friends and neighbors and join the Soil and Water Conservation District, the Solid Waste Management District, and the City of Jasper Storm Water Department on Saturday, November 3rd, and help clean up roadside ditches and creeks. Picking up trash improves water quality and protects drinking water sources. All groups and individuals are welcome. Young children must be accompanied by an adult. Volunteers should meet at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time at the DuBois County Solid Waste District office at 1103 South 350 West in Jasper for registration and refreshments. Maps and supplies will be provided. Then the volunteers will be directed to pre-selected sites. Volunteers should wear boots or sturdy shoes if possible. Gloves and trash bags will be provided along with reflective vests, buckets, and trash grabbers. Door prizes will be awarded at noon after the volunteers return to the Solid Waste Management District office to unload. Pre-registration is requested to ensure plenty of supplies. RSVP by contacting the DuBois County Soil and Water Conservation District at 812-482-1171, 482-1171 extension 3, or email judy.brown@in.nacdnet.net. If you cannot attend this event due to other obligations, please call or email to find out how you can help with better timing that's more convenient for you. The Creek Sweep is a unique opportunity to bring families, students, service organizations, and clubs together to battle against litter. Roadside trash and illegal dumping is moved by wind and rain runoff into our creeks and streams, our drinking water sources. In some areas, trash is being dumped directly into the stream channel. Debris and pollution poisons our creeks, rivers, and lakes, but you can help. Spend 3 hours and make a difference on November 3rd and join your neighbors in this county-wide creek sweep. Bar Reeve School Superintendent Travis Madison was recently named District 7 Superintendent of the Year. The distinction comes from the Indiana School Superintendents Association. There are 35 schools in District 7. There will be a formal presentation at the end of November. The recognition comes just after Madison recently announced he was leaving to take another job in Monroe County, but then had a change of heart and decided to stay with the Bar Reeve District. Now stay tuned. Monday with the Mayor featuring Jasper Mayor Terry Seitz and Sports with Kurt Guxell are next on 18 WJTS TV.